What's up, everyone? Zero here. First, I just wanted to say thanks to everybody that's supported me and subscribed. It means a lot. I almost hit my goal. My goal was to get 100 subscribers this month, so I'm like right there. If these videos help, if you like the guides, please do me a favor and like and subscribe. It really helps me out. But today we're going to do the Rogue. I'm actually really excited to show you guys this build. This build's a lot of fun. I played this a couple seasons ago with Twisting Blades. It was a blast. A lot of crowd control, a lot of synergies. So I'll just go over the items real quick for you. We have Stolen Vigor on the helmet. This keeps you pretty much immortal. It's really good. You can combine this with Undying, and you can tank a lot of stuff. I have Aspect of Might because we are using a lot of basic skill. Rapid Aspect on the gloves. I have Juggernaut on the pants to get the max armor cap. I have the Frostbitten aspect on the boots. This is a critical part of the build. So this is going to synergize with the stun grenades. And then I have the Encircling Blades for Flurry, the accelerating aspect. I have Bursting Venoms on here because this is going to help mitigate a lot of the single target problems that Flurry has. Because Flurry historically is not a good single target skill. So this is going to help get more poison imbuement up. It's going to help do more poison damage so the single target won't feel so rough. I have the Artful Initiative on the rings. This says once 100 energy is spent, I release stun grenades. And then here's the main key part of the build is Flurry has a chance to release stun grenades. So this is going to synergize with all this, and it's going to freeze a lot of the enemies, so a lot of stuff's not going to be hitting you. And then on the amulet, I have the Moonrise amulet to get that extra basic skill speed and damage, because you're using a lot of basic skill to regenerate energy and just in general. So for the skills, I'm using Invigorating Strike with Primary Invigorating Strike, because this is going to give me extra lucky hit chance. I'm using Sturdy with Siphoning Strikes for the extra leech. I'm using Flurry, and I haven't even gotten my full ranks of Flurry yet, so this is going to be even better once I get that. And I'm also using Improved Flurry because I don't really see the point in getting Advanced Flurry. I mean, maybe I'm not really ever evading through enemies, so maybe that would be helpful to pick that. That's up to you. I have this just extra source of vulnerable. I'm using Shadow Step with Methodical. I'm using Weapon Mastery. I'm using Concussive because this is going to knock down dazed enemies. I'm using Trick Attacks because when I critically strike dazed enemies, it knocks them down. So this gives me some extra crit chance. I'm using Dark Shroud with Subverting to get the extra movement speed. And then I'm using Exploit and Malice. And then I'm using the two imbuements. I'm using Poison and Cold. And then I have Frigid Finesse, as well as Debilitating Toxins. And then for here, the Cold, I have Blended, because it's going to freeze them. And then I have, obviously, Blended as well, because that's going to give the extra poison damage. And then I have Adrenaline Rush here, Innervation, and Second Wind. For the key passive, I'm using Momentum. This is going to get that Stolen Vigor aspect going. On the specialization, I'm using Inner Sight because this has a lot of good synergies with the Paragon board. Now, I'm going to warn you, this build is not fully complete right now. So it does really well. I can go 50 levels above me as far as monster level. In the description, I'm going to put the actual build planner that I want to build or that I'm going to build. So I'll put in the build planner the ideal theory behind this build. I'm going to redo the Paragon too. But just to go over with you real quick what I have so far. On the starter board, I have Closer. On Cunning Stratagem, I have Exploit. On Exploit Weakness, I have Combat. On Deadly Ambush, I have Turf. On Liana's Instinct, I have Explosive. This is going to be more stun grenade damage, so this is also going to help with that single target damage. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this board, this Liana's Instinct, down here. I'm going to switch these two boards out. So the whole point is so that I can come down the Paragon and grab the legendary node on the fourth board. So that way I don't have to path all the way up to get it here. I could just stick it down here, and as I go down here to the right, I can just come down and grab it real quick. It's less points. And then what I'll probably end up doing on the 5th board, putting Bane in there, because Bane's going to help with that poison damage and get more poison damage on the single target stuff. So it's going to melt stuff real quick, because you're going to be resetting the poison imbuement with bursting venoms. So that's going to keep giving you poison imbuement, and then you can stack that poison up, and then that kills shit real quick. Now, mind you, I've already gone to the pit with this, and I've gone up to tier 20 so far, and I have barely any, I don't have any masterworking on my gear. It's just this. But as you can see, I mean, it just annihilates everything. It's super fast. It's a lot of fun. Everything's pretty much frozen because of the grenades. They drop, they freeze everything. And then the cool thing is they fixed inner sight. So now inner sight gives you a big crit chance. So you're critting all the time. And then the inner sight is also going to synergize with the grenades. Because remember, you get a chance to freeze them based on your critical strike chance. So it's going to be a lot of chance to freeze everything, and then once they're frozen, you deal a ton of damage to them. You pretty much always have imbuements up, unless you do what I just did and hit both of them at the same time on accident. I mean, this build just wrecks everything. I went through, I couldn't believe how well this did in the pit. And the cool thing is with that stolen vigor aspect, I mean, this thing it stays alive. I mean, this thing can take a hit. Unless you get one-shotted, you're pretty much just going to heal right back to full, like almost instantly, because the stacks of momentum. Mind you, I haven't had any of my glyphs barely leveled up. They're pretty much all just level 15. So I just wanted to get the max radius size. But so once those go up, I mean, this build's going to just destroy shit. So for the single target, it is kind of lacking right now. Once my glyphs get up there, it's going to destroy shit. And then not only that, but it staggers the bosses really quick. So, you know, they don't even have a chance to attack, really. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you like it. This build is a lot of fun. It's very fast. So if the build guide helps you at all, please consider subscribing. It helps me out a ton. Stay tuned for more content. I have a lot more build guides coming, a lot more content coming. That's all I got. Peace.